Project Mac Pro. It's a 2008 3,1, and I believe it's around 2.8 gigahertz of processing power. If I'm incorrect, I'll just overlay the correct information right there. Anyway, so I picked this computer up for a bit of a steal. I got this one, this Mac Pro, and this 2000, I believe it's 6 iMac? Yeah, 2006 polycarbonate iMac for, guess how much? Well, I got both combined for $150, totaling $75 a piece. Which, in my mind, is a pretty good deal, considering that one works perfectly fine. And it comes with a very healthy message right there. But the issue with this Mac Pro, this is the one I wanted to get. I didn't even know this was working, it was just a nice plus. Is that this Mac Pro does not have a graphics card. Now, if you guys know Mac Pros, that can be a bit tedious sometimes because this computer doesn't have any audio video on its motherboard. So you need an external graphics card to do it, to display to a monitor. Now, I've heard you can go through FireWire and stuff like that, but I don't have the Apple components to do that. I don't know anything FireWire, and it's going to be a little difficult. That being said, I didn't want to spend $200+ on a graphics card for this computer, especially since I don't even know if it works. So what I decided to do was go to Fry's, find the cheapest graphics card they had, and try and pop it in this computer, because I read online that NVIDIA graphics cards across the board are supported on this. I did that, and I picked up this uber cheap NVIDIA GeForce 8400 GS. Now, I plugged this into the computer, and it didn't really do anything. It did the Apple bong or Apple noise at the beginning, and then it proceeded not to display anything on the screen. Now, I was trying to install the OS on the computer. Later on, I read online that you had to have the OS installed into the hard drive, and then it'll boot into the OS. If you have an unsupported NVIDIA graphics card in a Mac Pro, it won't let you see the BIOS of the screen. This is not a Mac graphics card, and so that is my problem. So the issue is I am unable to install the OS in this computer simply because I'm not willing to pay $250 for a graphics card that's pretty old and probably used, and I don't even know if it works. So I got a better plan. And my better plan just arrived in the mail today. It is in this little envelope. And what I'll be doing is I'll be installing OS X 10.11 onto the Samsung 850 EVO SSD I have using this. So that way the computer itself will have an OS on it that it is able to boot on. I can place this in there, plug that into the video port, and hopefully it'll all work. I love how I have no problem buying an 850 EVO, but I am unwilling to buy an Apple graphics card or an AMD or whatever supported graphics card they have. The main reason for that is later on I'd love to install a 1080 or a GTX 1080 that NVIDIA just announced, and I would love to be the first guy to install it on a Mac Pro 3,1. How awesome would that be? So anyway, the plan is to use my 2008 MacBook Pro 17-inch laptop to install 10.11 onto the 850 EVO using this adapter, and then install the 850 EVO into the Mac Pro, at which point it'll be able to boot past BIOS and into the OS itself, hopefully at that point supporting this NVIDIA graphics card and putting some video out to those screens, at least one of them. Let's get started. I need this guy right here, one computer capable of installing OS X 10 or 11 remotely, check. And one ScanDisk 850E. So let's get started. Doing this with one hand because I can't find my tripod. I want to get this done before I go to work. There's that. Check USB 3.0. That's pretty awesome. So that's that. Wow, beautiful little SSD. 2.5 inches and 120 gigs of storage. That's so lightweight. So there's that. Ooh. QR code with more information. Let's put that to this. Need is a USB flash drive with the file on it, or the bootable disk. Plug that into there. Plug this into another USB port here. Okay, so that's there. HDDs are this hooked up. So what you do is you boot the computer and you directly hold down the Option key. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is gonna go to the install disk right there. What the hell just happened? Don't tell me my battery just died. Oh shit. Are you kidding me? Seriously? I should have plugged it in. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. This time the computer's plugged in. So, install disk. I'll just skip to the parts that are important. I'm not going to waste time recording loading. Okay, so once you've held down the Option key at startup and you've selected to start from the bootable disk, you move to this screen. It's the same screen that you usually get to when you're installing OS X. Just keep clicking continue, agree. Right, once, now you gotta go up here. Find utilities right there. Disk utility. Because as you can see, the Samsung SSD isn't showing up. I'm gonna guess that's our SSD right there. The hard drive on this computer is called Macintosh HD. That's the internal hard drive. I'm going to be calling this one Mac HD just so I can know the difference. You want to make sure it's an OS X extended journal, and you want to make sure it's in guide partition map. Once those are done, you can click erase. Okay, that's done. You can see my internal storage devices are perfectly fine. Now I get out of that, and you can see Mac HD is right there. I'm going to be installing all that, so click continue. Now this right here is the biggest lie Apple has ever said. It's going to be taking a lot more than 17 minutes, and I'm not going to be recording it. Close, but still going. Man, this thing takes forever. It's been almost maybe about half an hour right now. It's still loading. Oh. Hello.
Okay, here's my question. It restarts to MacPro HD.
Okay, so it's all set up. I'm now going to actually turn off the computer, remove the SSD. I've already put all my setup information. Everything is done. And hopefully it'll work. I'm feeling excited about this. Stick it in the Mac Pro, and so excited. Okay, so to open up a Mac Pro is just like opening up a Power Mac G5. There's a little tab on the side right here. Pull that up. And pull this off. There's no little plastic cover on the inside. Place this right here. Go back over here. No graphics card in there, so I'm going to pull it out of the box. Where did I put the box? Oh, here's the box. Okay, box check. Let's get it out. Let's hit box. Pull it out of the bubble wrap. There she is. Cheapy little $20 graphics card with a $20 mail-in rebate on it, so hopefully a free graphics card.
I'm going to use both hands to put. Oh, no, who needs two hands? Not me. That's in. Now, pop this little guy back on. And again, sorry about the webcam work, I just don't have a tripod. And that's in. Pull one of these out. Okay, so it looks like I might need to install that piece anyway, so let's do this.
But this is going to go on here, which is going to adapt that to this, which will enable me to slide that easily into there. It just takes a couple screws, it's not a big deal. You'll be able to figure it out if you do it on your own. I tried to install this to this piece, but then I realized there are no screws to install this to this piece. It has the screws on the side, but does not have any screws on the bottom. So that quickly became a no-go option. Anyway, so that quickly didn't work, so what I ended up doing was putting the SSD in the Mac Pro and propping it up with a couple of pieces of folded cardboard. This is not going to be permanent, it's only going to be temporary, but I hope it works. So just to be clear, hard drive is in with the pre-installed OS, graphics card is in, made by NVIDIA. I'm going to close it up and hope it works. I really hope it works. Okay, so this is the moment of truth. I only have the two monitors, that one and that one hooked up, because I kind of ran out of cables. I don't even know if this graphics card can support 3 different monitors. So that one's hooked up via the DVI port, and that one's hooked up via the VGA port. So it's the moment of truth, guys. See if this works. Now again, these monitors won't be booting up on the BIOS screen. There's the Bing, keyboard lights are on. This is on. So it'll boot into the operating system first before it'll display anything on the monitors. So right now we have nothing to worry about. Okay, the VGA monitor. one monitor came on, VGA one right there, and the main, the DVI monitor. So that's it. I can officially say that the EVGA 8400 GS officially works with the 2008 MacPro, and it does officially support at least 2 monitors. Oh, that feels awesome. Let's see. Okay, so it seems like the one on the right, that one right there, that one right there. Alright, come on, there we go. That one right there has a bit more of a yellow tint to it. That's a bit odd, but see right there, okay. A bit more of a yellow tint. The next project is going to be just to get this thing on the internet, because I don't believe it has a Wi-Fi card. Does it? No, it does not. It's got everything but a Wi-Fi card. So I'm going to go get like a decent wireless internet card and put it in the PCI slot, because I had this Asus stick, this USB Wi-Fi dongle, and it's no longer working. So how hard can it be to find a Mac compatible PCI slot based wireless card? Overall, I'm really happy right now. $20 for the graphics card. It has a $20 minimum rebate on that, so the graphics card was pretty much free except for tax. And I can't remember how much the SSD was, but I think it was around $60. So 60 plus 75. It's a pretty good total. Well, but I am planning on I am planning on doing a lot of upgrades to the computer, and the next video will be getting it on the internet, and quite a few more to come. This computer I have big plans for this computer. Little Mac right here. So does he. He's got big plans too.